So into the second lesson of SSW2 class for food manufacturing. So in this lesson, we will learn about chapter 2 of the book. Hai Anzen Ansina Sokuhin O Sezo. First, we will do some homework of the last lesson. So the first question is Hai Anzen de hỏi Seihin O Taberu Koto Toki wa Okuru Sojo wa Tarashi mono era minasai. A. Geri B. Hao ga itai. C. Memai. So in this question, they're asking about what is the symptom when you eat food that are unhealthy. So in the first lesson, we learned about that the main symptoms are fever and diarrhea. Hai,主に発症や下痢など症状が出ること。So the answer for this is A answer, because the main symptoms are Hasunesu and Geri, that are fever and diarrhea. Question number 2. はい、エジなものを食べるとどうなりますか？正しいものを選びなさい。A. 便秘 B. 食品を食べたときは口の中に切ったり内臓を傷つけたりする。C. 吐き気がする。D. めまい。So this question is asking about what symptoms are. What happens when you eat sharp object? Eziamono or sharp object. So in the first lesson, we also learned about what happens when we eat the sharp objects. So you can see that here. はい、食品の中にエジなものを入っていて、食品を食べたときは口の中に切ったり内臓を傷いて。So if you eat sharp object in the food, so that it cut your mouth or injures the internal organ. So in A answer is pain B, that is constipation. In B answer, that is cut your mouth and damage your organ. In C, that C is you have hard time breathing, and D, that you feel dizzy. So the right answer for this is B answer. Question number 3. 商品差に安全な食品を提供するには、まず何をするべきでしょうか？正しいものを選びなさい。A. 広い環境を作る。B. 自動車が健康で安心して働ける安全な環境を作る。C. ハエや蚊が多い環境を作る。D. 前の日の食品を作る。In this question, they are asking about 消費者に安全な食品を提供するには。So, when we provide safety food for the customer, what is the first thing to do when we need to provide safety food for customer? I answer is make a extend or broad environment. B answer is making a healthy and peace of mind environment for the worker to work in that. C answer is making a working environment that have a lot of fly and mosquito. D is about using the fruit from last day. So to provide safe food to the customer, first thing we need to do is creating a safe environment where worker can work healthily and with peace of mind. So そういうさに安全な食品の提供するためには、労働者が健康で安心して働ける安全な環境を作ることです。So this is the first thing that we need to do. So the right answer for the question 3 is B answer. Question 4. 洗剤や殺虫剤など入った食品を食べた人はどのような症状を発症しますか？正しいものを選びなさい。A. 中毒症状 B. 寝られない C. 便秘 D. 骨置き So what happened when you eat? What is the symptom when you eat that the food that has detergent and chemical in it? A answer is you got food poisoning. B answer is about you cannot sleep. C answer is you have constipation. And D answer is you break your bone. So you can see that here. When you eat chemical such as detergent and pesticide into it, you got food poisoning. So 洗剤や殺虫剤など化学品が食品に入り、それを食べて中毒。So the right answer for question 4 is A answer. 中毒症状 is food poisoning. Question 5. 管理者は良い環境を作るためにどんな対策を考えなければならない。正しいものを選びなさい。A. ソフト面 B. ハード面 C. ソフト面とハード面の D. 難しい面 So what is the aspect we need to think about when we as a manager to provide the safe environment? So A answer is soft aspect, B answer is hard aspect, C answer is contain both of them, and D answer is 難しい like hard, but not like B hard aspect, right? So two aspect we need to think about is soft domain and hard domain. So the answer for this is C answer. Question 6. ハード面とは何ですか？ A. 誰や設備 危機に対する対策 B. 人の行動に対する対策 C. 環境保護法 So what is hard aspect about? I hear about the facility, the equipment, the machine. B about the human behavior. And C about ensure the environment safety. So we can see that here. The hard aspect is about 建屋設備 and 機器 That is for building facility and equipment. So the right answer for the question 6 is A answer. はい。ゼロ安全衛生法とは何ですか？ A. 食品の安全を確保するための考え方、決めた基本的な法律。B. 飲食が上品の健康被害を 起こるための防止する法律。C、食品の安全を確保するための法律。D、自動車の安全と健康を守るための法律。So, what is the law of safety work? In A answer, it is ensuring the safety of the foods. B answer is about knowing what the cause of harmful food and how to prevent them. C answer is about it is the same that in A answer that ensure the safety food. And D answer is about making the worker work in safe environment and healthily. So, in the safety law, 労働安全 SO は自動車の安全と健康を守るための法律です。So, this answer is D answer. 薬は何ですか？正しいものを選びなさい。So, quickly we learn in the last lesson about Q about quality, C about cost, and D about delivery. So the right answer for this is D answer. You can see that Q is quality, C in cost, and D in delivery. Number 9. コストはについて正しいものを選びなさい。A、生産する製品の品質のこと。B、生産するを製品を合成する原材料じゃ製造にかかったさまざまな費用のこと。C、製品の欲しい思ったから入手ができるまで期間のこと。D、製品の購入にかかる費用です。So, what is about cost? In the A answer, it is about his quality of the product. 製品の品質 quality of the product. So in A answer, it is about quality. So this is not right. C answer is about 期間 like the time. New seal like when you receive the product. So this is the time you receive the product. So this is delivery. That is not right too. So the right answer is B answer. When they talk about 費用 about 原材料 and 製造, it is raw material and manufacturing costs for the product. You can see that again in here. 生産する製品を合成する原材料じゃ製造にかかったさまざまな費用です。It is the cost of raw material and manufacturing that make up the product. 顧客に約束した納品便を守るためには何を注意しなければならない。正しいものを選びなさい。A、YouTube リドタム、調達、正常、50リドタム。B、YouTube リドタム、納期、開始、届けリドタム。C、YouTube リドタム、調達、正常、届けリドタム。D、YouTube、納期、正常、50リドタム。So, to protect the promised day, in delivery with the customer, what we need to think about? What do we need to think about? So therefore, we need to think about that in Jiu is a time that start the product. Hãy cho ta sự the time that we buying raw material and ready for the manufacturing. The seiyo is a manufacturing time, and buchuryu is a delivery time. So the right answer for this question 10 is A answer. なぜコストを儲かって管理することは重要ですか？ Why is the management about cost is very important? A. コストが低ければ製品の価格を下がって製用した商品の心情が落ちることから。B. コストが低ければ製品の価格を下がってより売りにくくなるから。C. コストが低ければ製品の価格を下がって顧客が製品が欲しいから。D. コストが低ければ製品の価格を下がって製品を売りやすいなって様々な利益があるから。In the A answer, it is about when we decrease the cost, the price for the product will also decrease, and that will make the product untrustworthy. So this is not right. In B answer, the same. If we decrease the cost, then the price for the product is also decrease. So nikui naru. So that will become hard to sell. That is not true at all. So this is not right. 顧客が製品が欲しいから。So the more customer will also want it. It is also right, but it is not enough. In the answer, it is the product 製品を売りやすいなって it will become easier to sell. So it will make more profit. 利益があるから。So the right answer is D answer. You can see that why we have to manage about cost is about when we decrease the cost, making the product easier to sell and generating more profit. コストが低ければ製品の価格を下げた。より売りやすい。より多く利益が生み出す。Question number 12. PDCA サイクルは何ですか？ So in that lesson we learned about PDCA about P in plan, D do, C check, and A action. So right answer for this is A answer. Number 30. PDCA のチェックの内容は何とのためですか？ A. 目標じゃ実施する内容が結構した確認。B、実施したの結果。目標通りを結果、出たか確認。行ってきた内容の繰り返しを行い確認。実施すると決めたことを確認。In the last lesson, we learned about check about either result at the same goal that we make in the first place. We need to verify the result again. 目標通り成果が出たか確認する。So this is B answer. Number 14. What is Sanyam about? Sanyam 3M is the last lesson about material, man and machine. Like we can see here, material, man and machine. Number 15. 3M の中で現在を現場で信用する材料はどの内容ですか？ So 現在を raw material and 現場で使用する材料 about material using in the workplace. So this question is the answer. Number 60. Measurement の意味は何ですか？ What is the definition of measurement in Sanyam? In the last lesson, we learned about that if we add measurement in that, the content Gensa and Sokute, that will become Sangoyamu. So the right answer for this is the answer. Gensa, Sokute. 監視者としては、現場のサニャムの把握、様子の把握して、何を注意する必要がありますか？間違っているものを選びなさい。So, in the workplace, what the manager has to know about the sanyam in the workplace? Choosing the wrong answer. 間違って choosing the wrong answer. I answer is about 作業者のルール通りを作業すること。Is a worker working obeys the rule in a working place? B answer 作業者の体調 the condition of the worker. C その日のに作業者の気分、ない mood and the feeling of the worker that day. D いつもと違う以上 like is there anything strange at the workplace? So this question you're asking about what is the wrong answer for this? In the last lesson, we learned about treating that manager have to know about when they are doing SANM, like 3M. First, they need to know is the manager obeying the rule. 作業者はルール通りを作業しているか？ So that is I answer. 作業者はその日の体調をわかるないか？ So is the condition of the worker is bad that day? That is B answer. いつもと違う以上が起こっていないか？ Is there any strain at the workplace? That is D answer. So the only wrong answer in this answer is C answer. はい。管理者の結果として記録についてどんな実績情報を収集する必要がありますか？ So as a manager, what we don't need to record about the information to record that is not necessary. A、工程で人が作業する時間、人が作業する工程の工数。So it is a work, the answer about work time of the worker. B answer. 要因のデータか No real. What is the work, the amount of the product? C. 工場のルール No the law of the working place. D. 工程で原材料を導入するよ So in this question, the only thing we don't need to record is about it is the rule of the workplace. The rule of the workplace we must know beforehand, not when we recording the process. So C is wrong answer. はい、Number 19。はい、2名でそれぞれ8時間の仕事をするべきとき、工程の工数はどれですか？ So in this question, if two people work for 8 hours each, what is the man hour for the process? So the man hour is equal to total hour have been worker. So there are two workers, each work for 8 hours. So the man hour is 8 multiplied by 2 equal to 16 man hour. 20. はい、で中の作業は3人の作業者を監視されることを必要があります。そのうち作業者 A と作業者 B は2時間働き、作業 C は3時間働きます。この作業を工数の計算してください。In this question, a single task requires 3 workers to complete. A 3 worker A and worker B have to work for 2 hours, and worker C have to work for 3 hours. So calculate the man hour for this task. So the worker A and worker B work for 2 hours, and worker C work for 3 hours. So the total man hour is 2 plus 2 and plus 3. That equal to 7 man hour. Ipane secondary là the general management for the hygiene and sanitation. どの職員を製造する場合でも行うべき共通実行を含む管理方法。So this is a basic method for common matter that should be implied regardless of the food being manufacturing. So that contains 3 of the things below. The first thing is 安全な原材料を受け入れます。So being receipt of the raw material. 原材料の受け入れを確認する。Like check your receipt of raw material. 受け入れ先を確認する。Checking receiving location. 保管場所、冷蔵庫など、温度、湿度管理を行う。We have to control the temperature and humidity of the storage area. ない、冷蔵庫 and 冷凍庫 like storage. It is about 温度 the temperature and 湿度 the humidity. The second thing we need to think about is 気嫌な環境で製造する。It is making a nice and beautiful working place. 器具など洗浄、消毒、殺菌を行う。So 器具 like the tool and equipment. We have to 洗浄、clean, 消毒、disinfection, 殺菌、sterilize the tools that we use. 交差温泉じゃ二次汚染を防止する。We have to prevent cross contamination and secondary contamination. Cross contamination and secondary contamination. トイレを洗浄、消毒する。Again, we need to wash, clean, and disinfect the toilets. About 交差汚染とは、異なる原材料、混ざることです。Cross contamination is when different ingredients are mixed together, like your hair or the nail mixed into the food. That is called 交差温泉 or cross contamination. 二次温泉は細菌の弱菌残っている別のものを汚染すること。So the secondary contamination is when the bacteria or chemical remain in the food and contaminate something else. That is secondary contamination. The third thing we need to think about is 食品の衛生的取り扱い how to handle the hygiene of the food product 従業員の健康管理を行う We have to manage employee health 従業員 like employee 健康管理 manage health of the employee 衛生的な作業着を着る Wear hygiene work clothes 衛生的 hygiene 作業着 like work uniform or work clothes 作業着についたほこりなど異物取り除くremove foreign matter from work clothes ほこり like dust or 異物 foreign matter 作業着の異物を取り除く We have to remove the scratching or foreign object from our clothes 衛生的な手洗いを行うWe have to wash hands before we enter the working place. In here, you can see that we're removing dust and foreign objects like hair or nail or something like that. And before we enter the working place, we have to also wear the uniform for working. はい、健康管理と衛生管理。So the management of health and management of hygiene. The first thing we learn about healthcare. 健康管理。ゾロさは体の調子を整える。体調が悪い時には仕事をしない。So the worker ゾロさを体調子を整えて。So the worker have to take care of their health. And when their condition is not good, 体調が悪い時、they should not work. 仕事をしない。And about hygiene and management. 衛生管理。清潔で衛生管理って的な状態を維持する。Maintaining clean and hygiene condition. 具体的。ゴーヤス、整理、整頓、清浄、清潔、習慣、しつけを実行する。ゴーヤスに洗浄と殺菌を追加して、習いやすということもあります。So, to be more specific, we implement fires like fires we learn in SSW1 like sorting, setting in order, cleaning, standardizing, and discipline and habit. So, if we add 2S more in that is cleaning and sterilization, it will become 7S. So 5S have 整理整頓制度、清潔 and しつけ。We need to remember like 5S. ハサプの前提条件として一般的な衛生管理に関する基準。それは PRP 一般的衛生管理プログラム。So we need to think about HACCP as like the condition when we establish the HACCP that is prerequisite program that contain 14 of these things. The first thing is 食品衛生責任者を選任 like appointment of the food sanitation manager. Now we have to provide have the manager first for HACCP. 注意、施設など衛生管理。施設 a facility and working place. The management of facility sanitation. That is the second. 設備など衛生管理。That is the same, but for equipment. Management for equipment sanitation. The fourth thing is 洗浄水など衛生管理。The for the water. Management for the water sanitation. 5. ネズミおよび昆虫対策。Rat and insect control. We have rat and insect. 廃棄物および排水取り扱い。Like the handling and treatment of the waste product and the waste water. 7 に食品または添加物を取り扱いさ衛生管理。 So sanitization management for food and additive handling. So like salt or sugar or chemical we add in the food. We also have to management for that. 検測、検査のために推測の実施。So we need to testing the food. Is that safety or not? So that is for this step before. The ninth thing is Yoho no Tekyo. We connect the information. The 10th thing is Kaisiu Haiki. The collection of the rest and the disposal of that. Unpan like delivery or distribution, transportation or distributing of the product. 12 is handbuy. Handbuy is sell. I will sell the product or sell the product. Number 13 is Koyiku Kunren, like training of education. We have to training the worker in our factory to how to manage management and obey the AICCP. The 14 is Sonota, Giroku no Kani nado. The 14 is order like record management. Hasapu wa hazard analysis and critical control point are one of the first hygiene management method. 製品に健康障害につながる菌、化学品、異物など残っているかどうかを確認するためには、抜き取りを検査など行うことが重要です。So in order to check whether the product contains bacteria, chemical, or foreign matter that could cause health problems, it is effective to conduct random testing. So the ADACCP is about testing whether or not we have something harmful in our food, like bacteria, chemical, or foreign matter. 検査を行うだけは、ゼロしたすべて食品の対する正常性、放送することはできません。So the testing alone cannot guarantee the safety of own manufacturing food. 重症管理点、危害の発生、防ぐためには、重要管理点での管理の状況、全続的に監視して記録することで、ゼロしたすべてを食品の安全性確認します。So critical control point is 重要管理点 critical control point to prevent the occurrence of hazards. We continuous monitoring and record the status of control at critical control point to ensure that the safety of all manufactured food. So we have to set up the CCP or critical control point to prevent the harmful that can occur in the food. So in this table, you can see some of the CCP point. 重要管理点 in the diagram. The first 重要管理点 is 原料受け入れ reception of the raw material. The last thing is kanetsu is a heating process. Hokan, yokan, neither storage and cooling process in the kensa. Inspecting. So there are four of the CCP point you need to remember about. First is the raw material process, a setting process. The second is heating. The third is storage and cooling process. And the fourth is inspection. You can see that here. Raw material reception, heating, storage and cooling, and inspecting or examining. Hasapu, kingai no surui. So there are three of the harmful in HACCP. So the first harat is 生物的危害 biological hazard 微生物や病原体などによる健康障害 So the first one the health problem caused by microorganism and pathogen. The second thing is 科学的危害 chemical hazards that contain 洗剤、殺虫剤、残留農薬などによる健康障害 So the health problem caused by detergent, insecticide, and the agriculture chemical contained in the food. The third thing is 物理的危害 physical impact hazards like 金属片、整備、ガラス、EC、高質プラスチックなど So it contains metal, fragment, glass, and stone or other hard objects like plastic. 作業者の取り扱い食材や作業方法により上記ような危害の起こらないように管理することが重要です。So it is important to manage the food ingredient and work method to prevent above mentioned hazard from occurring. So we have three things like microorganism and pathogen, chemical hazards, and physical like metal, glass, or stone.